Oz Ruiz for Red Glove News, catching up with super welterweight fighter Malcolm McAllister, 9-4 with 8 KOs. Malcolm, first of all, happy holidays, first day of the year. You putting in the work. You got a fight coming up in March. How's everything going?
So far, everything's going good. Training back at Jackrabbit. For a minute, I was kind of moving around, trying to get my outside and personal life together. But ain't no place like home.
Okay. You were born and raised here in Long Beach?
Yes.
Did you grow up pretty close from this gym?
Yes.
All right. You only fought one time back in, last year, a majority decision loss. Why the inactivity? What are the plans for Malcolm McAllister for 2020?
The inactivity came from me just not being healthy.
Okay.
I had a lot of injuries, and I just kept fighting and being hard-headed. A lot of people was telling me to slow down, take care of your body, and health comes first. But I was bullheaded. Like, no, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying, and I didn't take the time to let my body fully heal and recover, and that led to the inactivity. And that last fight I had, I was just finally
getting
getting everything
your rhythm,
together.
you're back into the flow
Yeah.
together. Okay. You lost it by majority decision. One of the judges saw it as a draw. How did you rate your performance that night?
My performance that night, I believe my performance was good, but it could have been a lot better. I believe I outboxed my opponent. I did get sucked into like a sloppy headbutting slugfest, but majority, I don't think it was majority, but whatever. Move on to the next one.
Okay. Do you want to elaborate a little bit about your injuries since we're here on this channel? You want to talk to the fight fans what it is that you were going through now that are you on a clean health slate now?
Yeah, I'm on a clean health slate now. I had my hip was messed up. I had a shoulder out of socket, left wrist out of socket.
And you still fought like that, huh?
Yeah, I kept fighting.
Wow.
Didn't have enough sense at the time to stop.
You started off your career with an undefeated record of 9-0 with 8 KOs. Since you've had 4 losses in a row, how does a fighter like yourself, you're still young, 29 years old, bounce back to get your career back in track?
Well, I would say a fighter like myself, the whole point of fighting is just to keep fighting. Win, lose, or draw, you wake up the next day, and if this is what you want to do is fight, and you keep fighting and you get better. So I believe you learn more from failure than success, because you could do something, you can succeed at it, but just because you succeeded doesn't mean you did it right. So now I know I go back on those losses and I look and can see where I went wrong, whether it was with the camp or training or not just taking care of myself or outside life and balance with the gym. There's a lot of aspects from the sport that comes into play with that I learned so much from.
You lost to some top contenders like EF Kitrov, Cordell Booker. What did you learn from those losses?
Don't take fights if you ain't healthy.
Okay. All right, that's a good point. Let's talk about your upcoming fight. You're fighting Donte Stubbs on March the 6th. What can you tell us about another undefeated prospect, Donte Stubbs? Give us your take on. Do you know anything about?
From what I do know about Donte Stubbs, I heard he was a power puncher and he was a good boxer. So, what I'm gonna do is just get in shape and either outbox the boxer or beat the heck out of him.
Okay. You were telling me you started your professional career with PBC. You've had a few fights with them. Are you currently a free agent now?
No, I'm not a free agent. I'm signed with CWO.
Okay.
And after the contender, after 4 losses in a row and in the contender series, well, 3 losses in a row. In the contender series, I guess PBC, they were,
they kind of didn't want to give you any more chances.
Yeah, it was like, this guy's done enough. But, I was like, I ain't gonna let that stop me or slow me down. Just go back to the basics and start over.
You fought a few of your fights in the middleweight division. You're fighting at 154 now. Is that your weight class, the one that you belong, 154?
Either 154 or 147. Right now, I'm just now getting into the knowledge of what really to put into my body
Okay.
to walk around at a comfortable weight, not out there eating, God knows what, and
Are you
just
following a meal plan? Do you have like a health nutritionist? Do you have a meal provider that keeps an eye on your
yeah.
diet?
I got a guy. He lets me know what to put in my body, what not to put in it, and a lot of it is. Some of it is completely like I'm like, dang, why didn't they tell us this in school?
Okay. So what's a regular meal for Malcolm Montgomery while you're in training camp?
Oh, McAllister.
McAllister, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, in training camp, I like this. In the morning, oatmeal is good, but I'll put like almonds or cashews, walnuts, cranberries, raisins in it, something like that. If I don't do the oatmeal,
Okay.
eggs and spinach. If I don't do that, then I'll go with a nice smoothie. In the smoothie, bananas, apples, kale, basic stuff.
Okay, so you say it's either going to be 147 or 154 from now on,
Yes.
moving forward in your career. Which of the weight classes do you keep an eye on the closest, the 154 or 147?
Well, I keep an eye on both weight classes at the
Okay.
moment because guy, like if it's not a championship fight, which I got a little ways to go to get a shot at that, then guys are, you got
The top of the food chain. You got Bud Crawford at 147.
Yes.
You got Spence at 154. We got J Rock.
Yep.
We
okay.
got Charlotte. He just beat
Harrison.
And we have the guy from Golden Boy, Patrick Teixeira. Now he's now a world champ. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of guys to. So it's a lot in the food chain right now, I should
Right.
say, in both weight classes. So the plan is to hit 147, clear it out, and move on to 54.
Any of the, let's just say, top 10 contenders that you may get a chance to fight, let's say 6 months, a year from now, someone that you're keeping an eye on, let's say, I could get a crack at this guy and make this fight happen. Anybody out there?
Shit. There is a couple I was looking at on the undercards of some fights, prospects coming up. I just can't remember their names right now. I believe one could have been, I think, a Josh Kelly.
All right.
He looked pretty good. I like how he works and moves, and I was like, wow.
So you do your homework and you actually watch the undercard. You get to see
I watch
who they're
these
fighting.
guys.
There you go.
You gotta watch it, pray.
Exactly.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
All right. Any more information about how fight fans could get a hand on the tickets for your upcoming fight?
Well, the upcoming fight, I believe, is a private venue.
All right.
So, but they can, keep tabs on my Instagram, which is Malcolm_McAllister.
Okay.
That'll have the news and all that, and training and the results of the next bout.
All right. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Malcolm McAllister putting in the work for his March 6th fight. It's great knowing a little more about you, Malcolm, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on your career from now on. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.